kyangi ainya ekyo sikyo. Yoboka HAFEDUCENTRE, deepening education.
It's a pleasure to have HAFEDUCENTRE YouTube channel, to have you watching this video today. We also have another topic we want to discuss. The title of today is project-based learning. We're going to see the use of projects in enhancing quality education. We have a visitor today, we have a guest of honor that we're going to converse about the topic of the day.
Thank you so much. I'm NZABONIMANA, and I'm coming back. Last time we were together in the last video, and I'm back. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
Mr. Daniel, we sincerely welcome you, and very happy that you are back. So we appreciated the recent video about the contribution of parents and education of their children, and today we have come with another topic, that is project-based learning. You know, how did that come into education?
Thank you. Normally this project-based learning is a part of CBC, competence-based curriculum, and it's a kind of education which is based on what someone can do. You know, not you understand things, you know, you can explain, but can you do what you are talking? That's what the question. That's the question that project-based learning came to answer. Being able to do what you read, being able to put it into practice. Yeah.
Project work is normally a teaching technique where a teacher has to assign children something to do. They go home, they do it from home. They ask parents to give them the needed materials. Okay, to keep talking about this as we see how it contributes to education, ensuring that children are able to do something, and ensuring that parents are involved in the project of children, as well as knowing what's happening in the learning environment of the child.
Well, thank you for the good question. Normally, as we said last time, education is like a radar with 3 legs, and those legs you have seen is a teacher or the school, parent, and the child himself. So a project is a matter of working. You know, we come at the school, you do this and this and this and this. Maybe the parent even doesn't know what is happening there at the school. There is let's have an example in science. There is a unit called object production. A kid is going to be able to do different things: utility object, learning materials, and toys. You know, then let's have a simple example. The teacher gives a homework of a project work, and the kid is going home. He's going to say, my mother, my father, teacher said that we are going to do a blackboard duster, and we need this piece of cloth, we need this and this, this and this. The first contribution is the parent is going to know what the kid is able to do. You know, it is one way of showing the parents which is the talent of my child. You know, most of the time you can find many parents, they don't know what the children are able to. They are forcing them. You know, we need you to study math, physics and mathematics. But maybe the kid wants to be like a driver. He needed to go in a mechanic school. So this means that they are going to discover what is the child able to do. What's the talent? What is hidden inside there? In the mind and the knowledge and the capability of the kid. The second, it is going to give parents the opportunity to participate in the learning. You know, if they say that we shall need a thread, and there's no thread at home, what's going to happen? They are going to buy it. Then they bring it, you know, and if they buy something, you know, most of people, we pay attention on where we spend the money. If they pay money and they buy the thread, they are going to be strict to make sure that that thread have done what it has to. And this is going to help the teacher, because the work is going to be done well under supervision of the parents, because the parents have paid some effort. So it's going to be strict to the kid. And this is different from bringing a homework which is written 5 plus 5 equal to what, and the parent is going to say do it. If you don't know, use the notes teacher gave you the notes. And the children, most of them, we know they go and they copy the homeworks, from the notes. But when it's a matter of a project, it's going to show what the kid can do. If you remember, last time I said something that people use to forget. This world is not about you have a high score. It's about who can do it. And this is the question that project-based learning is going to answer. Yeah.
And then you've said that if you give a homework of a project work where a child is going home to do it from there, and the materials needed are going to be bought by parents, isn't that a burden? Some parents pay materials at school. Why don't they get the materials from school, they give them at home, then they just do their projects from home, but having gone with materials from the school?
I think without trying to ignore the truth, we know that parents are very curious of what is happening at the school. It's their pleasure to see the kid that they sent at the school who could not handle taking a pencil or a pen is able to do something which is tangible. Is able to do something which is physical. Is able to do so. I think everyone is something that he can enjoy, and they have to be curious and you are saying that you are going to buy, I have to buy you a thread. What are you going to use it? This and this and this. Are you sure you can do it? And the kid is going to answer that he can because I've studied. So this is going, as I said, people do not forget that it's their responsibility to know which is the talent that is hidden inside the children. And this is going to help. For sure, it will be helpful for the development of the country. And not only this, even if you have asked about the parents, children, and teacher, but we do not need to forget that this will also help in the environmental management. How the waste are being managed. Among the waste management techniques, there is what we call reuse. Recycle, reduce, and reuse.
Yes.
They are going to take those things, most of those things they use, except those thread and more others. Few things, but the main basic materials needed are the ones that we get from the West. Those are things which are taken as a waste. And this is going to help to manage the waste that I found harming our environment, and this is going to also enhance, to emphasize on Made in Rwanda. If the kid is developed knowing that I can do this, most of the time it is put in his heart and he start loving it. Like I have a child who always say that, teacher, I want to be a pilot. 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 And when you say, what can you make among the things we studied? Always try to make an aeroplane. And this, if I'm a parent, I'm going to know that my kid wants to become a pilot. So I want to be curious. In which school can I send him? What should he study so that he will become a pilot as it's his wish? So those are the things that we need to think about. We think about the future of the children. We think about their talents. We think about what they can do, rather than thinking about what we are spending on them. Yeah.
I sincerely thank you. That is very convincing. And behind that, a child has gone home, has done the project, and it brings the outcome at school.
Yeah.
What do you teachers do after coming back with that project well done? How do you
just
do that?
Appreciation. There is the appreciation, and the teacher need also to discover the talents of the kid. After knowing that this kid is good at drawing, so why can't you keep guiding him? You help him to know which is good design that you can do. You never know what is the future of the kid. We are just handling many kids and we don't know what their future is hiding. So that's why you see, if the kid is able to do this, if the kid is able to shoot the ball, if the kid is able to draw this one, so you need to keep guiding everyone, showing them that he can develop a hope and confidence in that kid, showing him that also if it is your dream, you can do it. This one you can do it. This one you can do it. And you also, you teacher, among the communication that we talked about last time between teacher and the parents, you need to tell the parents that this kid is able to do this. Please guide him.
And in that case, I want to mean that you have given a project to the whole class, and when they reach home, of course they meet different challenges.
Yeah.
Or maybe if it is a task of making a chalkboard duster, there is where you find that they have the thread, they have piece of clothes, they have all needed materials, but there are other places where a child will find himself not having any.
Yeah.
And that is the challenge. And when they come back in class, do you have that time to discuss such that everyone can share the challenges they faced, how they managed to carry out the project? They even tell you if they did it on their own, or if their parents saw that the kid is somehow slow and they did it for him or her.
Yeah. That's the responsibility of teacher to mark and collect the homework in the class. You know. But if it's about a project, it's not a matter of marking, it's a matter of presentation.
Wow.
Yeah, so there must be a presentation so that this one is going to say, Chris, I have handled it in this one, this one, this one. Maybe someone who have not done it will say that, I had opportunity that I haven't seen. Maybe he's going to do it and we bring it next day. Or he's going to have opportunity to learn, to have more knowledge about the innovation and the creativity of the other kids.
In that presentation where children are going to share experience about how they did the project, how do they learn from that presentation? How do they learn from each other? There is coming back in class, everyone with the work done, the project, okay? Then they present, they say, I did this through this way, I faced these challenges, I just did this and that to address the challenge. How do other learners, how do they learn from that? Yeah. How does it help?
I get it. It's a matter of learning from each other through seeing the creativity and the innovation that someone has brought. You know, you are going to have this one have designed the chalkboard duster in rectangular form, the other one use a circular form, another you design it as like a trapezium or what. We're going to ask yourself, how have you done this? So the more the kid is curious, is going to just flow the presentation of that one. Then he's going to learn that, to have this design, I have to do this and this and this and this and this and this one. And next time is going to bring another design which may be very different from that. Just it's a matter of creating confidence among those who have not done it.
Wow.
They need to learn that they can do it. If this one have done it, our teacher is one, we have the same class, why not me? So that's the question that they are going to ask themselves. Yeah, and the teachers, there is the problem that the mistake that most of the teachers do. We just emphasize on content. We don't emphasize on there are some who don't emphasize on the future of the kid. And that's why before I said that this country where we are going, the future of this world, it's not a matter of who have high score. It's a matter of who can do it. So, my fellow teachers, we need to know what is this kid able to do. So, we cannot know it without giving them opportunity. Give them opportunity, let them present, let them bring their innovations. Our country is emphasizing on Made in Rwanda. Who are going to do it next time? They are these ones who are going to bring new inventions, new plans, new designs, and it starts down there. It starts down there. If the kid cannot make the football from those glasses, from plastic bags, will not be able to invent the industry which can make a footballs. So they need we need to give them opportunity. Let's give them opportunity. Let's know what they can do, and let's support them. Let's show them that they are capable. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Project-based learning is a teaching technique, a very best one, where learners are very busy doing something. They are at the focal point of learning. Now, what's the role of teacher in a project-based learning?
The role of a teacher is guiding, advising, and helping where necessary. Just that, advising, guiding, and helping. You let them work. Normally in a project, don't force. Don't force. especially maybe in secondary students, they have laboratory, there are some laws, there are some amount of chemicals that you need to use. That's fine, but I think before you go in practice, you need to learn it theoretically so that they know what they are going to do. But when we come in these primary schools, most of the projects we have, there are things that need discovery. So let the kid manipulate, let them discover. Maybe they can even discover new things that you don't know. You never know.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
So after doing projects, children come up with different products.
Yeah.
How do people keep these products? How do they just manage them? Or do they throw them after running? How do they use them for?
Problem. If you flow them, you are not showing value. And if I'm the kid, I cannot be engaged to do the next project if the one I have done is not kept. So there must be a place where the children's inventions are kept. And also teacher needs to appreciate, according to the way you appreciate your kid, if it is giving them marks, if it is just giving them high five, just appreciate. Show them that slowly, as they move slowly, they will achieve something which is very great. We know this is the reality of life. In life, you don't grow up very fast, you need to do this one, until you reach where you want to go.
There is a kind of feeling that a child is likely to have when he or she sees they think he has done just hanged in class. Do you have the same view about that?
Yeah. Just they feel very confident. And the next time if you come in the class, they say, teacher, when are we going to do another thing? Because they are saying, you can see that and see how good it is. It's proud. Of course, seeing, who have done that, is going to say it proudly, thinking that I've done it. But if I got 10 out of 10, it is written in the book, of course, that's good, it's appreciation, they need the marks, but no one else who would know it. But when it's a matter of a project, is going to know that everyone is going to know that I've done this one. I'm going to be a star. And most of the problem that people do not think about, most of the teacher, most of the kids who can do good projects, they are the one who have low scores in the class. Yeah. So this one to mean that not giving opportunity to the project is limiting them from what they can be. Giving them opportunity to work is just giving them opportunity to show what they can. If they fail in mathematics, but they can design this in science, they can design this in class activity, they can design this in paint activity. So why not? So give them opportunity. Maybe math is not his things, but there are other things that he can do.
For real.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw that the education stakeholders in this country are trying hard to ensure that teachers involve project-based learning in their daily teaching and learning activities. They advise that to teachers very often. In every book they create, in everything they are doing, they are telling them to use projects to help children grow with hands-on skills, able to do something. Is it easy for them or for you? How do you say that, or what do you advise your fellow teachers?
Thank you. Normally, we know this. Every good things are hard to reach. Yeah, we teachers are civilized people, they know it. It's a reality of life. So if you need something which is very good, you need to sweat. You need to work hard to reach on it. So, yes, of course, it is hard because the children have different inventions, they have different ideas about the project. It's not easy to manage them and conduct them together. But we need to. If we need the best future of our country, let's be humble and let our kid work. Yeah, we cannot reach the best future of our country if we are not being able to be just to feed the economy of the country. And the economy of this country is built on our mind, the mind of our future leaders, our future businessmen, our future what. So That's why you need to let them everyone work, and we know what they can do. So how hard, I know how hard it is, because me too, I'm a teacher and I try to do it. I know how hard it is, but even if it is hard, it is stressful, you know, it requires much energy, but no problem. The more energy you give, the better result you get.
For you.
Yeah, of course.
So we sincerely thank you for your concerns about education, especially on this topic of project-based learning.
Yeah, thank you too.
Once again, I sincerely thank you for having reached the end of the video. For it, HAFEDUC Center appreciates your contribution, your support, your watching our videos, you know, liking, sharing, you know, making sure that the ideas we talk in our videos are shared and reach in different places of the country, ensuring that we teach each other, we learn from each other. You are also welcome if you are an educationalist. We are also ready to receive your views, your points about education. What can you advise teachers? What can you advise parents? What can you tell children? What do you tell educational stakeholders to ensure that we have quality education in this country, in this Africa, in the world, you know? When you teach a child very well when he's still young, then he will give you rest. You will live peace-free in the future, and you will be giving peace to the country, you know? So I sincerely thank you, and I thank Daniel for having given us his concerns about project-based learning. In the next video, we'll bring another teaching and learning technique. Today it was project-based learning. Next time I'll bring another one. You know, there are different teaching techniques, including hot seat, group work, project-based learning, role-playing, you know, the whole class discussions, debates. You know, we have so many teaching and learning approaches. We will be discussing one by one, ensuring that you understand them, ensuring that you understand something about them. So down here in the comment box, you can just share us your concerns, your advice. You know, we are ready to receive your concerns. Okay, so until we meet next time, bye bye.
Good morning. Ainya, icyo si cyo.